morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Our show is sponsored by Marzipan Bakery. One taste is all it takes. We are having an amazing show today. It's actually a Wednesday morning. I have gathered with my foodie friends and we're going to have one incredible show filmed right outside the iconic Nachum Siegel Network studio on Grand Street with Mark Zomick. We have Judd Memphis Kitchen and his truck. Food truck. We have Ilan Kornblum. We have food. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I can't wait to get the show started. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman. I'm about all the food all the time. I love food. I love shopping for food, cooking food, eating at restaurants. Yay, Ilan, for that. Anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. I can now say I'm a cookbook author. Woohoo! And I cater for people Shabbos, Yom Tov. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, you can give me a call. Hope you'll tune in every week and see my crazy adventures on my radio show. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. What else is EK? I always ask EK, what have I left out? And also our YouTube channel on the Nachum Siegel Net, which has got growing numbers every single day. So thank you everyone who's been following along Table for Two. You can join my newsletter at theaussiegourmet.com through my website, and you can email me, naomi@nachumsiegel.com. If you have a great foodie experience or you made something fabulous, let me know, because I'd love to hear about it and make it a conversation with everyone. Okay, a little bit of a recap of what's been going on for Naomi Nachman in the last few weeks. We had an amazing Pesach at Ram Caterers down at Florida, the National Trump Durrell. I gave 9 cooking classes. Pesach's 8 days, I gave 9 classes. But we had so much fun. We did chop competition, we had interactive classes, we had a lot of fun. The book was fun, my book tour was fun. I got to go on CBS News and the Hallmark Channel. Got to go to Universal Studios. It was actually my dream to fly to Hollywood to film at Universal Studios. It was insane. Hair, makeup, being on the lot. It was the lunch, the whole lunch truck, the food, the what do they call it, the craft car? Craft services. They got me special kosher food. It was unbelievable. So we had a really great time. I just want to give a quick announcement before we chat with Mark. Culinary for a Cause is coming up. Wednesday, May 3rd. I'm very good friends with Sharon Glick, who did an amazing job helping them put a fabulous program together. It's a fundraiser. It's a Chinese auction with cooking demos with Aviva Friedman, who's been on our show, Esty Walby, who's been on our show, Ari White, Mark Garfinkel is a mentalist. So we're going to have 3 cooking demonstrations and a mentalist. You can get 10% off tickets if purchased in advance through the website culinaryforcause.com, and you get 10% off when you put in the code Naomi. It doesn't include split the pot, admissions, or jackpot. I think you always have to have the, what it doesn't include. But try and go to this Culinary for Cause. If you can't go, donate. It's an absolutely fabulous cause, a lovely culinary evening. And my biggest news to date, all the crazy things that I've done, like, Pesach, and my radio show and all that. I'm going to go to Vietnam, Thailand, and Singapore with Miriam Schreiber's Legacy Kosher Tours. I'm going to be giving Asian cooking demos in Thailand, Bangkok, and Vietnam, which is crazy. I'm so excited. If anybody is interested in going, I'm losing my headset, by the way. If anyone is interested in going, you can find out more through their website, and you can contact me, and I'm super excited. We're going to have special discounts and prizes for people who are coming through Table for Two on our trip. So we've got a crazy, crazy show, as I said today. Let's start talking to Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How was Pesach?
Pesach was great. I say about all these events you're doing and how hard you're working, at least Stephen gets a vacation.
Yeah, he will. He's actually very happy. I told them, they said, how much would I charge? And I go, my husband has to come along. That's the deal.
That's good.
We'll talk about money later, but make sure that hubby comes along, because he needs to come on the tour.
He's got to carry the bags.
He's got to carry the bags. But he has a broken thumb.
Too many bag carrying.
Too much bags.
Too much afikoman hiding.
Too much basketball, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, good. You were telling me about this.
It's a revolutionary kitchen gadget,
and save it.
Of all the people who are watching it, Yoni might appreciate it the most. It actually scrambles the egg inside the egg.
What?
So you can make a hard-boiled scrambled egg.
I don't understand what that means.
So first of all, everybody, anybody who wants a hard-boiled egg knows the part most people don't like is the center of the egg because it's all dried out. But what you do is you're basically here. Hold this for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold.
You basically.
We should have done that here.
You put the. I didn't even think of it until I was on the train on the way down. You put the egg in a little contraption. You wind it up and you pull it. And the centrifugal. First of all, it's great exercise.
Oh yeah, you're looking very fit,
yeah, I don't know about that. Fitted, shape. There's some kind of shape going on here. But you're pulling your centrifugal force, pulling it out 20 or 30 times, scrambles the egg on the inside, and then you hard boil it and you peel it. And when you peel it, it's golden because it's this color you would get.
I must get this.
Right, it's very cool.
Can you send me a link? You bought
of course,
on Amazon?
it's Amazon for like $10-15.
Oh my God, I bloody love
It was
I love
revolutionary.
Amazon.
I don't know.
Amazon.
It could. I'm sure if you're cooking eggs with a burger, I don't know. That might be.
Awesome.
It could be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that could be really interesting. Couldn't you shake it up and then not cook it and then just?
Yes, of course. You're scrambling the egg inside. You're right.
Oh, that is
so
pretty cool.
It would be interesting to see the difference. You would be able to tell, not me, from whisking an egg and getting air in it. This probably doesn't do that because it's enclosed in the egg.
It's not going to be aerated, but
correct.
still. It's
exactly.
very cool.
Yeah, and yesterday I ordered, because now you got to peel them. I ordered to see if it works plastic eggs. So you basically scramble it, pour it in the plastic egg, and then cook it, and then it's ready to eat. So that's the
okay.
next. This is revolutionary for me, being able to hard boil a scrambled egg. I'm just saying. So
I love that.
Little things in life.
Let's everyone try it. If you have tried it, let us know. Email me Naomi@nachumsiegel.com or Mark. They can email you Mark@nachumsiegel.com.
Why not?
Let us know.
He only gets all the junk mail anyway.
Let us know how that works.
And by the way, one more thing I have to mention. You were really asking ZK for social media advice?
No.
You were asking him about all the websites you have to log on to.
Oh, no. He's great. He keeps me up to date on everything. He's amazing. We love ZK. So, Mark, it's very exciting to be here. We've been talking about doing a food truck
trucks for a long time.
For 2 years, and we finally got it together. You know who put us together? Schlag. Jonathan Schlagbaum. He was on the show talking about the Susie Fishbein Culinary Camp that I'm working at this summer at Nesher and Shoshanim. If you want to come to the camp with me and Susie and now Naomi Ross, sign up for the camp and then you can sign up for us. But so he said he's coming to have a food by you, of course. And then I said, I got to come down, and I started Insta-storing, and then you guys reached out to me, and I'm like, food truck ideas. So
food truck.
This is the actual first home of the Jewish community of America. We used to have down here Shmulka Bernstein's. We had Ratner's. We had the Grand Deli.
We used to. Well, that was newer and old, but yes,
that
we
was
used
when
to.
I was here.
We used to when we were in YU, somebody would go out into the second floor morgue, announce Bernstein's run. Our third roommate Jeff would start taking the order, calling it in, while Robbie Zeitz and I would drive down from YU to Bernstein's. By the time we got down, a half hour later, the order was here. We could do a round trip in under an hour.
Okay, that's not bad.
Bernstein's order. That was before all the culinary delights getting served up at YU these days. But anyway,
Golan, is it Golan? Big shout out to you. I love
that
their
wasn't
food.
there
I
then.
went in there and I took over the kitchen.
We actually went to YU before shawarma existed. So
we're there Thursday nights also.
Yeah, you went to.
We're at 186 in Amsterdam every Thursday night.
Oh, that's
from about
great.
6 till sellout.
Right, it's funny because when I went to YU, nobody was at 186 in Amsterdam on Thursday night.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Forget food. There weren't any people even there.
Yeah, there was a Lower East Side restaurant here called Nachman's back in the 1950s and 60s. My father-in-law and some of his brothers had a restaurant here, so this is the place.
You should have gotten your in-laws together with my grandparents.
Yeah, they probably all got together. They probably all knew each other. Okay, so we're going to have a great show, and we're going to have a little bit of a cooking demo. We're going to talk now to Judd and talk about the exciting things that are happening in your food truck and how those all came together.
All right.
So, okay, he's got his.
So basically, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've always been around barbecue and smoked foods and just Southern cooking in general. My mother owned the kosher bakery in Memphis for 14 years.
Oh, cool.
So I got a lot of technique and stuff from her as well. We're going to unveil a few new products in the bakery realm coming soon also. But I always wanted to cook, but never really thought I was going to really do that. I kind of looked into a bunch of different things after Israel, and then I was in real estate for the last 10 years. And all the while at home, I was cooking a brisket, or, it was a hobby. But eventually friends of friends started, tasting some of the food, and it kind of got me to try new recipes and to make new things. And it got to a place where I had to decide, I'm married with 2 kids. I had to decide whether I was going to give up something I've been doing for the last decade and just go for it or stick with it. And I decided to go for it. My wife gave me the opportunity to go for it, and
That's
I'm very grateful.
fantastic.
And we have the food cart, and we have catering that we do all over. We've done stuff with Bonei Olam, Chai Lifeline, many other organizations and simchas. And we're looking to just grow and do more unique things as we go.
It's so fantastic. It's so exciting. I think the food truck, and we're going to talk with Ilan Kornblum about the growing kosher food truck industry. It's very big in the big wide world.
Sure.
But we are a little microcosm of that in kosher.
If you walk up and down Broadway on most days between 57th and 54th, there could be 20 food trucks there on an average day. It's crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's some really good smelling ones there too.
It's like a World's Fair of cuisine.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it's
awesome.
really true.
Clearly, smoking had to be something from the South because in New York we just rather grill it because it goes faster. We have no patience.
Well, definitely. I mean, the first kosher barbecue. I know we have a lot of barbecue contests around nowadays. The first kosher barbecue contest, Glock Kosher one in the country, was in Memphis, Tennessee. It still is the oldest one. It still goes. It's not. They decided they didn't want to do the KCBS, like the real scoring official thing, to make it like a contest that really goes with the other contests out there. But it's a fun family one. There's about 50 or more contestants every year, and I've been doing it all my life. We buy a tent, we buy a booth at the contest, and it's best brisket, best ribs, best. And I always was doing that, and I figured I wanted to. Once I started to I feel like I could make things on my own flavor, like my own rubs, and own plays on techniques that everybody knows. I felt like I had something to bring out there to people. So
I love that.
I remember Rabbi Aaron Feigenbaum saying that smoking was something he became very proud of while he was a rabbi down in Memphis.
He said that whenever I want to, we'll have a head-to-head barbecue contest anytime.
I love that. We should take a moment to acknowledge, actually, the new brisket king.
Izzy.
Izzy Sruli Edelman. We are so proud of Izzy/Sruli for being the New York State champion. Is it worldwide?
They're recognizing his brisket is amazing. He has a really great, Texas-style taste, and it's really great that the non-kosher world in general is kind of recognizing that, especially in New York, where it's obviously so much going on. All kinds of brisket. Even in Brooklyn alone, there's so many southern non-kosher barbecue places, and to think that we can compete on that level is fantastic.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I actually cooked a brisket when I went to the Hallmark Channel, and I did a cooking demo. They wanted brisket for Pesach. Out of all the recipes in my book, they wanted brisket because it's so iconic
and because
Jewish.
they think, right, that's
it's
the
like,
relationship.
why did that happen? Does anyone know? Like, why is in America, I think more in America, because Australians are busy with their lamb, why in America is brisket like the hottest thing for Jews?
My only guess is the same kind of reason maybe flunking is it wasn't an expensive piece of meat to buy.
It's for sure. I mean, that's definitely the reason.
It became so traditional. Now it's not so cheap.
Now you got to get creative to make it, nice and soft, and it's not a great piece of meat in general. So to just put it out there, to put it on a smoker or to put it on a grill, it's not. There's not that many ways to make it to ruin it. You're going to come out with a pretty decent product all the time as long as you give it attention properly. And but not only the timing, but the spicing and everything else is where you'll be able to
play.
Where you separate somebody who really knows what they're doing to someone who's doing it as a hobby. And there's a lot of hobbyists, by the way, that should be out there putting it out there in the public, but.
Right.
It's, maybe they're busy with other things.
So what is the better cut, the first cut or the second cut? I like second cut because of fat.
So the second cut is, in my opinion, I think most people's opinion that really like smoking or cooking brisket is the second cut, which is also called the point. It has the most fat, has the most to deal with when you want to be able to smoke for a longer period of time, so that it renders the fat on a slow basis. We don't put any oil on our briskets. At least we don't. There's no need. The fat
so
itself
fatty.
is just completely somebody who really knows how to work with the meat properly can take a first cut, just like Izzy could, Ari, and make Ari White, and make a first cut almost as juicy, almost equally as juicy.
Can I? So let's just take a step back for a second for the novice, especially those people here on the Lower East Side who probably don't have smokers.
No,
right?
we don't have smokers.
So,
you're lucky if you have a balcony.
Right. And by the way, just for the listeners and for anybody who's certainly not watching, we're talking about smoking meat. Okay, especially for the kids in the audience, talking about smoking meat.
Right, red meat, not anything else. Not any other herbs.
No.
So my question is, describe the process. Smoking. What kind of equipment am I using? And
so, I mean, in the city, it's a little more difficult because if you don't have the permission to have something on the on a balcony or something like that, you're going to run into the issue of where you're going to put the smoker. But if you have no issue of where to put it, you should get something. Start small. Get even something like a master built that's under $200. That it's wood chip based and electric. It lets you control the novice. It lets them control the heat a little bit easier than sitting with it overnight, the way that you have to do with wood chunks and things like that. But as long as, if you can, while you're smoking, give it a spray of let's say water, apple cider vinegar, or something like that. Just every hour or every other hour or so. Keep it moist. Pay attention to the need for wood, whether it's chips, pellets, logs, or whatever, and just give it time because it's going to take whatever.
Right. How long does
it
take to cook?
So
something I would cook. Let's say I'm going to take a brisket that would take what?
3 hours in the
3
oven.
hours to cook in the oven.
I do mine 325 for 3 hours.
Okay, so I mean, how many pounds are you talking about? 3, 4 pounds? 5 pounds?
Close to 5 pounds.
So I mean,
you have 2 or 3 people to feed. You need at least 5 pounds. Yeah.
If
At
you're going
least.
5 pounds at like what really, honestly, 225 in the smoker, 250 in the smoker, which you want to stay under 300 if you can in the smoker usually, then you'll depending on a few different elements, it could take anywhere from 5 to 6, 7 hours. If you beef up the temperature, you're sacrificing a little bit of the texture, but you'll get a faster product.
And in the smoker, again, I guess people can Google and see what it wants. There's a grill the same way there would be in a barbecue, and everything is going to spill off.
Sure, you want to have. If you want more steam than what some of them offer, you can have a bowl of water inside. You also always want to have a drippings tray to either catch the drippings to make a nice. If it's in a clean environment, you can make a nice jus that you can add to it afterwards.
What's a jus? Please tell them.
A jus is like the juice that the meat creates
The
in
meat
and of
liquid.
itself. The meat liquid. So you can either add it or you can just have it. You should have it so you can always keep a clean smoker underneath so that everything doesn't just go all over the place and splatter and all of that. But
and so you could take that liquid and then put the brisket back in the liquid if you're going to take it out.
There's a technique that a lot of smokers know called the Texas crutch, where if you want to be able to move things along a little faster than just the way it is normally, you can put the brisket into a pan and you tent it with a little bit of, again, any liquid, but I like to use apple cider vinegar.
I've seen
about
that.
an inch or so, and then completely seal it off, put it back in the smoker or in the oven at that point because it's not getting any more smoke, and it will speed up a little bit the process. So that's a way to. Anybody can do that in their oven. Obviously.
It's amazing how many smokehouses have popped up. This is seeped into our culture, the New York culture from down south, and it's really incredible. We love the flavors, and it's become so trendy to put a smoker in that sous vide and smoking, right? It's super trendy.
Yeah, I mean we're just. We were originally I named the company Judd's Memphis Smokehouse, and I changed it almost immediately to Memphis Kitchen because I wanted to be able to make sure that we're not pigeonholed into anything in particular. I love that. I want to be able to make whatever I want to make. I want to be able to. There is our company has no set cuisine. If I see something that's in the non-kosher world specifically, and I think that why don't we have it, I'm going to do my best to replicate and to put my own spin on it and to put it out there to the public.
But you must have boundaries, right?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously the easiest one is you're not serving any, dairy.
Yeah.
But you're also probably not serving fried chicken.
I am actually. We're going to be unveiling. I didn't want to put it out there until it's really ready. But I think on the catering side, we've been doing it, and you really have to taste it. We have a honey butter fried chicken that is just amazing.
I love fried chicken.
Actually, somebody posted on Elon's foodie page they needed a substitute for butter.
It's very hard.
Earth balance is not bad.
Wait, don't use margarine, okay? Never, ever, ever use margarine as a substitute for butter.
There are some good answers.
With the honey butter, by the way, we take Earth Balance and we whip it with the spices and the honey that we do and that we use, and we put it in the fridge to congeal, wrapped up, and then we have the butter it holds pretty for that particular instance. Earth
Right.
Balance.
Earth Balance is a little healthier also.
But that's supposedly the key to non-kosher fried chicken is the buttermilk.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So now we're going to actually do some cooking here, Mark, or food prep, and then we're going to finish it up in the kitchen. We're going to talk with Alon. Do we have to use gloves?
I like to use gloves.
Yeah, we're going to use gloves.
I'm just going to watch.
Okay.
Okay, so
Am I cooking too? Or you're just going to prep?
I'm just going to demonstrate, and then we're going to go into the cart.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do the prep work here, and then we're gonna go on walkabout into the food cart. It's so exciting.
All right.
I've wanted to do this for so long. I can't
Awesome.
believe this is happening. Okay,
All right,
cool.
so basically we have our ground beef here, and
Is there a certain mix of meats that you have?
we sometimes grind our own beef. When we're using stuff for the cart, we tend to get the mixes made already, but it's like a lot of people use 80-20 lean to fat, and we like to use, it's not a big secret, but we like to use lamb fat as our extra in the burger usually, and
nice.
for our 20%. And it comes out really good. It has a little bit of a different taste, but it's just nice and...
It's a bit of a gamey flavour.
What difference would it make if I went with a healthier, not healthier meat, but
Chicken, that's the healthy.
or veal or something like that?
I used lamb or veal. They both the taste differential because of what we put inside of it isn't that much of a difference.
That's
but
what I figured.
I like to go.
So
with either
we're going to do a tofu for Miriam.
Definitely.
eventually.
Ari White's wife is a vegetarian also, and he smoked her tofu once.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So we have our ground beef here.
Okay.
I do not like to use eggs in our binders.
Because of allergies, or just...
My happens to be my son is allergic to eggs, nuts, fish, sesame. I mean, you name it.
Oh my gosh! So you're really.
So my
creative.
wife got really into cooking a certain way, and I
dictated the house in a good way.
And also, we're using gluten breadcrumbs now, but we normally also use gluten-free panko. So our burgers are in a world of gluten and those kind of gluten-free and all that. We use our burgers are gluten-free and egg-free.
Okay,
so that's
Unless you're going to have a roll.
Huh?
Unless there's a roll
Unless there's a roll involved.
Can I just show you something? But you can get so many good gluten-free buns.
Sure.
House of Chantilly does amazing gluten-free bread. We had them on Pesach, and they available all year now.
Excellent.
So
I'll check that out.
Shout out to them.
Okay.
But I love panko crumbs. I know they're breadcrumbs, but panko crumbs make everything crunchy.
They do. And when you're not using egg or anything else, it gives this burger a consistency that most don't have. So
Okay.
You're going to put in about this much breadcrumbs for what we have here.
I love it. He cooks like my mum.
I don't like
this much.
I don't do any measuring if I can.
Can I just say
Get
my
your
mum?
mum to
My mum
come
is in
over
our
and
live
measure.
studio audience here from Australia. We just mentioned her, so we'll give her a shout out.
Hi, how
Everyone,
are you?
wave to my mum. She's probably in the Sydney right now, and it's airing on Friday morning,
There
so
you
it's
go.
Shabbos there. But she's right here on Wednesday.
So
I thought it'll be last Friday by the time she gets home.
yeah, it'll be lots of Shabbos before she can watch this.
So we have Wajanjan organic Worcestershire sauce.
Wajanjan, I never even heard
Now this
that
is
brand.
I like to use Worcestershire sauce. It's very hard to find that doesn't have fish in it.
Yeah.
So this one is the one that does not.
Okay, it says okay parv. That means it's got less than a batul b'shishim, less than a 60th of fish in it, so that it's been considered acceptable.
Most every one of them says fish just for liability purposes. So the fact that it doesn't say that at all.
Right,
is like
OU has one also
They
that
must have
says
better
OU.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's your. I love Worcestershire sauce. I love it.
So-
I use it in a lot of my recipes.
Put it on
Oh,
that
that's a
You
lot.
do. You gotta put, it keeps it juicy, actually.
Ooh, good to know. We're hearing that, learning that. Did you know that, Mark?
We have a little bit of
the puppy.
black pepper. I like to use butcher black, but we're using a little.
You
less
don't use
for
fresh
this.
grounds. It's
I-
too hard on bulk level.
In our kitchen when we have people when we do our catering, we do a lot of fresh ground like that. When we're doing, again, our carts usually have pretty big lines, so when we're cooking and prepping and doing everything else, we like to do it as
Does it make
efficiently as
such a
possible.
difference for that amount in a recipe before you've cooked it to have it ground versus fresh ground?
When you're
versus
making this much, no, not at all. When
Right.
you're making 10 pans, deep pans of it, it tends to not be so efficient.
But what's the difference in the taste?
I not so much. I just happen to like the coarseness in the taste in the texture of the texture.
Got it.
Okay,
So-
now we put honey in.
We
so
put honey
cool.
in.
I just want to, while you're doing
So
that,
if you're
I want.
allergic to anything, you can't eat dessert.
Exactly.
There's gluten, there's honey.
Well,
there's
but honey
no
people are only
eggs.
allergic to if you're under 1 year old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people that really don't have honey allergies, it's you don't have it under 1 or 2.
Then we have a little bit of olive oil, not too much.
A little
We already
olive
have a
oil.
lot of liquid in here, so we don't
Okay.
need that much.
All right, now, yeah.
A little bit of garlic.
Now, why using dried over fresh?
It's the way that this mixes. It
the
wouldn't spread
consistency.
properly if you were
Okay,
using
good.
the-
We're all
okay.
learning here today.
Okay, then you have basil.
Got a lot of ingredients here.
Yeah, we do. But
That's
Can't we
why
put it in
it's
the
so
Chiron?
good. That's
Is he
why
going to
it's-
put in the Chiron after the when he edits
Like
the
a
show?
ticker across the screen.
Exactly.
Well, I wanna
I
go-
just gave him another
This is
job.
a secret. This is a secret
Right.
recipe.
no. This is a regular kosher salt. A little
That's
bit.
a lot
Kosher
of salt.
No
You don't
one is-
need.
No one's allowed
Well, the
to use
meat's
table
already
salt.
salted,
no table
right?
salt.
This meat is a little bit. We try to go the least on salt.
Can I smell that?
So this is
I
our.
want to smell the
Yeah, I
rub.
smelled
This is
this
our
before.
brisket rub.
It smelled very sweet, right?
So we have it's not primarily sweet, but there is.
Is that
I'll give
cumin?
I'll give one little thing out here. You have a little bit of brown sugar in here. That's
right.
the
I know.
sweet.
I
You
smelled
always
something
need
sweet.
brown sugar.
I smelled something sweet.
And
Yeah.
we're not in the Texas style, which is normally a base of salt, pepper, and paprika. The Memphis style is a little more sweet, so that's what we're bringing to
That's
the
what
table.
we're doing because he's from Memphis.
So this part I can't give you the ingredients,
yeah,
but we're gonna.
we're not letting you see if you're watching, but if you're listening, we're putting a whole bunch in, spices in. I just want everyone to
I'm
know,
sure there's-
speaking of sweet, we have Marzipan Rogalach, sponsors of Table for Two, right here on Grand Street in the Lower East Side. Whoever comes down, buys a burger, is going to be getting free samples, and we're also going to have a giveaway. So come on down. The giveaway is you're going to get 2 packages of chocolate Rogalach shipped to your house anywhere in the United States. Just email me, Naomi, at nachumsiegel.com, and you will get your chance to win. Make sure you follow us on
yeah.
Instagram, on the Nachum Siegel Net, and on Marzipan page. And you come in the winning to get 2 Rogalach, 2 packages of these awesome Rogalach chocolate. Okay, and we've got chocolate Rogalach right here. Dahlia's come down to give out Rogalach to all the people that are buying burgers in their parish, so that's so great, you know.
I got a question about the secret recipe.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So when you're getting hashkacha, you got to run through the recipe with the rabbi. What happens?
Is he
He
sworn?
goes and well, I mean, we didn't make him sign anything, but he goes in, he sees everything that we're working with spice-wise, and if he's okay with that, then that's all he has to know.
Right, he doesn't need to know
fair. I mean,
measurements.
no, I'm just saying that. I think that's the story on
With Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They showed him what was in the building, and he
Doesn't
was okay
Reb
with that.
Moshe like he knew what was in it or something? Like the
It was the rabbi in
secrets.
Atlanta who went.
Oh,
to,
okay, I thought it was
yeah,
somehow
yeah.
Reb Moshe.
We actually
Okay,
interviewed him on the air once, I think.
okay,
Okay,
cool.
so
All right, so now we've got
this is
our
fully
mix.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We
smell
basically, Here.
Smelling the raw meat with the spices and the mix already going.
It's got a little. So basically, what we normally do, we're gonna fast forward a little bit because
Okay.
we're gonna go in the cart.
Woohoo, we're going in the cart!
But you're gonna
I'm
have.
going to warm up.
Normally, we take, we make pretty
Is
big
that the
patties.
$100 burger?
This is a $100 burger.
Why is it called a $100 burger?
Okay, so basically, what happened was we have a restaurant space that is it's really my kitchen space. I decided not to be a restaurant for now. I want to be kind of forced into that. There we have a few people that come by for private like test kitchen stuff, sampling and things like that. I was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was home. I was trying to between going back and forth to the store, tending to the smoker, and I was I got a call from my partner, and he said, "I'm with a few people. We're just starving. We're really hungry. I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but is there any way you can make burgers for us or something?" I said, "I'm going to be going back to the place soon, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not really so sure." He goes, "They'll pay $100 a burger." So I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, they're for sure." So 5 guys, they each came. They paid $100 each. They got burgers, and we changed the name pretty much right away, just because there's
Why
also
not? Right.
I love that.
there's a famous Neiman Marcus recipe called like
Yeah, the
$250.
chocolate chip cookie for $250.
That was also a little inspiration. So
I love that. I think that's brilliant and great marketing, and I'm sure it's delicious. I don't think I had it last
I'll
time.
let the Neiman Marcus CEO know.
Okay. Okay.
So all right. So now we're gonna do so this is prepped, and we're gonna go in and put that on soon.
Okay.
Now we have this is a lot easier of a recipe, but
It's a mush steak or an oyster steak.
exactly.
And again, you've done nothing to the meat. You just
Nothing
pulled it out
to
of the
it,
package.
nothing to it. What I like to do typically is I like to put it, because mush is a little bit more, oyster is a little bit more salty, so I like to soak it for a little bit if I can.
Oh,
We didn't do it this time, but it's fine.
What are you going to soak it in?
I would soak it
water.
in water normally.
Like
just a little
with
bit.
like with
Like with chicken?
No, like
Like a hanger or something
no,
like
what's
that.
that thin one? I'm completely drawing a
Skirt.
blank. Skirt
Yeah,
steak.
yeah,
Thank you,
That's a
Dahlia.
hanger,
Skirt
yeah.
steak. You soak that in water.
Right, but when we cook chicken now, we let the chicken
You're
sit and
brining
brine
it.
it.
You're
correct.
brining.
Oh, yeah,
I've got
yeah.
some
Other
great
stuff.
brining spices
Yeah.
from Aroma's song.
I see a lot of people right now, by the way, using pickle brine straight up.
Yeah.
Just in a bag for chicken.
Oh, that's
Also, no.
interesting.
See,
It
that's
was also
another
more just
fad.
to keep the juice in. It cooks, so even if you're going to cook it in the oven, it just has.
And another
so
new
much
fad that's
better,
coming
yeah.
up is brining chicken. Makes
So-
it so juicy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So basically, we were just taking any mustard really, but I like to use Heinz right there, but also honey mustard is good.
This is why you can't do that on Pesach, because there's no good mustard.
No, exactly.
That's true. That's something that is not improved.
It's crazy.
Okay, so he's
and the
rubbing.
reason why I put this on is because the rub, you want it to stick as best as possible. And we're...
Here, let me help you
Yeah,
with that
please.
because.
yeah.
Okay.
And basically, if you
I
could
have all these bowls. Okay,
you know
I'm
what,
going to do this.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, that's-
And it's
Right.
a little
more.
just
Oh,
over
we're
the
really
deal.
dousing it.
So
Oh yeah, baby.
now what we're going to do is...
Oh my God.
We're
I'm
going
so
to
hungry.
this is something that once we actually have our rub out for a sale to the public, hopefully later this year, you'll be
It'll be
able
smaller.
to...
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
you'll
for
be able
you.
to,
You're going to be at Kosher Fest.
We always are, but this time hopefully with our own products. So that would be
Ooh, excellent.
great. So you're just going to give it
Awesome.
a nice sprinkle, not quite as heavy as you would a brisket rub when you're smoking.
Oh, okay.
So you know, not.
Because brisket gets a lot of seasoning
A
because
ton.
it's got so much meaty flavor.
So this one you're gonna go like this, give it a little pat, spread it out a drop, flip it around again.
So you didn't actually rub it.
No, I'm gonna give it one more.
It's a pat. It's not
Yeah.
a
Got
rub.
it.
It's-
This is a pat.
And
Well, it says rub on the...
I know, but it's a pat.
actually, it says
gentle-
rube if you ask
and a-
my daughter. Yeah, go ahead.
so give it a second. We're gonna.
Okay, that
Here.
looks wonderful.
Okay. I
Now,
love
can you
oyster steak.
tell me the degree of temperature, the internal temperature you want this to be?
I like to get my preference here is in the I'd say 140 to 145 area.
That's overdone.
It's for something like this in the center, you're going to get it's going to get nice and pink, even with that temperature. And it's even though
That's
oyster steak has
considered-
gone up in price a lot lately because it's in demand, you can still get one of these for like $9 to $11, and it's a meal.
I got a question.
Right, it's
then
true.
about so one of the things I learned from grilling is that you need to take the food off the grill before it's done because it continues to cook.
Carry over heat.
But on the smoking, you're not, right? Because it's much slower. Or?
It's slower, and also you have different things that take a long time that, again, people just need to know that smoke. But, like, for example, you have after about 160 degree internal temperature, up until about the 170s or so,
Right.
you have the stall. It's called the stall. So basically, it could be a few hours where the meat is just in the 160 degree temperature range and not doing anything.
In the zone.
Yeah, it's just there, and
Right.
it's
The
going to
sweet
take
spot.
a few hours to start rising again, and then you pull it out at about 195, 198,
Right. Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. But so you could set and forget a little bit on a smoker, but when it comes to something like this, if you know somebody wants something a little bit more medium or close to medium well, then you'll pull it at about 150 or something like that and let it, because you're going to cook it a little bit more
Right.
afterwards.
I would put that every Shabbos on a grill pan. We've got long Shabbos afternoons coming out with these nice long lunches. I would make this on Friday on a grill pan at home. Or on the barbecue. I would sear it a couple minutes on each side and about till my internal temperature is about 125.
I
Rare,
like that.
baby.
I know a
Rare,
lot of-
baby. And then Shabbos morning slice it. Don't slice it till Shabbos morning. It'll stay fresher and
That's a great idea.
moist.
And this
Keep
also-
it in
By
a
the way, I
Ziploc
found
bag.
if you're going to use it on Shabbos, I found undercooking it a little bit. Undercooking a little extra is better if it's going to sit on a blech or
I
a
don't put on a
blech.
blech. Never on a room
on a
temperature.
Kadeva or something like that,
Room
yeah.
temperature.
Okay. And also, by
Okay.
the way, slicing this nice and thin is great for salads also.
Okay, terrific.
So now
So we're
ready
going
here.
inside?
We're going to go
Yay,
inside.
The best part. All right, we're going on walkabout. So we're going to just pick up and walk. Let's check it out.
try.
All right, we're going on what I call walkabout.
okay,
I think we have to go around. So I'm going to keep talking all the way through this. So we've been having a food truck right here on the Lower East Side, and we are standing on a Wednesday, rainy, chilly day, and tons of people are over here. They're watching us and buying, and we're having some rogalach samples. We're having a great time chatting with Ilan. We will be chatting with Ilan Kornblum, but we also have hold on one second. We also have hey guys, I'm still talking, right?
Yes.
We also have a cooking demo right here in the food truck. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, we're continuing our cooking demo. Okay. All right, we've got our food truck. We are now inside
By
of
the
the
way,
food
we're
truck.
35
Hi, Mark.
minutes into the show. We haven't eaten anything.
I know,
Oh,
Mark.
we're gonna-
We need
we're
to
gonna
start
have-
I
eating.
just want to remind you.
Hey guys, we got. It's so funny looking out of everyone. I see some of my old students from MTJ. Hey guys, I used to teach at MTJ here. How's it going? Oh my God! Hey guys, Price,
old.
Glass, Adler, Gans. Hey,
This is it.
I'm actually always here because I'm on the Lower East Side every week. doing Table for Two right here on the Nachum Siegel Network. We are inside the food truck. All right, tell me what's going on over here.
Okay.
Okay, let's paint a picture for everyone who's listening as well as watching. Remember, you're watching on NachumSiegel.com and you can see it on the Nachum Siegel net on YouTube afterwards. Okay, where are we up to, man?
Okay, so
I'm so excited, John.
We had the burgers. We put the burger meat onto the griddle.
Okay, so we made the burger out there and we put it on the grill. ZK,
Okay.
can you grab that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is like a dream of mine.
We fast forwarded a little
Second
bit.
dream from hot.
What else does he have there on the grill?
We also have our smoked pulled corned beef, which we take a corned beef brisket, I smoke it until it's pull apart texture in our commissary, and from there we use that as part of the topping of the $100 burger. And we also sell just a pulled corned beef sandwich as well.
Oh, fantastic! And he put what was that?
Caramelized onions.
Caramelized onions.
Our barbecue sauce.
Is that homemade barbecue sauce?
Every sauce we make is.
Oh, I love that everything's made from scratch. That really speaks to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your coleslaw, because I always say, and Jay Buchsbaum and I discuss this a lot, a restaurant is only as good as its coleslaw.
Okay.
So let's try your
A restaurant
coleslaw.
is only as good as its bread.
Yeah, really? Yes, I love coleslaw, so we always have to try the coleslaw.
So
We need a
hold on.
spoon. Let's try that coleslaw. Oh, it's inside all the little... Oh, fun. Okay, look, I'm opening up, everyone, I'm opening up all these little counters that they have here, and each one is filled with different food items. All right, Mark, can I serve you some coleslaw? Oh, this is fun. I'm giving Mark some coleslaw to try. Okay, can you tell me what's... Let's put the coleslaw aside. CK, can you grab some shots of this? Tell us what this is.
This is our, also, again, everything we make from scratch. This is our chili. And we have two different kinds of chili. We serve one that's called the chili chili, which is chili and cholent style kind of hybrid together. This one is more of a classic chili. And we just started today. It's not on the menu yet, but we are going to start serving our chili with our chili dog and chili burgers.
Okay, cool. What's in this one? Well, I'm opening up all the different cabinets.
Smells like
What do you call these? Does this have an official name? What's this called?
These are our steam tables.
Steam tables. See, I knew there'd be a name, like a bain marie,
Yeah.
like a water bath.
like a curry something.
So
Smell.
you have
It's yellow, so-
you have a shawarma style,
Right.
and
Turmeric.
and it's a mix of a few more spices. Keep it simple, not as crazy as our brisket spice. And that is our Memphis chick, which is our grilled chicken sandwich.
Okay, in here.
We have our grilled sausages, Polish and hot and sweet Italian, actually. And right now we're using Solomon's, their sausage line. And also, probably about right during the summer, we're going to be experimenting with our own sausages as well.
I love that.
So take one
Okay.
out. We have to taste that.
Okay, all right.
We're going to put one on. We're going to make
us a whole.
make it proper for you.
He doesn't want to eat the
I
bread.
like to taste the individual thing.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Okay, so
Like I want a little
And
piece of this before you put it on.
I'm having a look at all the containers in the steam
See how it all
bar.
comes together.
Here.
Here. So we.
Just put a little bit in. Right.
Okay, so Mark's going to try. Oh, Zitzer, Tzvi Zitzer. My whole class is here. What year were we? 1994? Kindergarten 1994. This is my kindergarten class. That's crazy.
Yeah,
right here. We should do this in front of MTJ. This is great.
Yes.
Hey, Ira. Thank you, everyone, for coming down.
Yeah, but get a
Should I grab a spoon? Stop talking, woman, and eat. Okay, how do I...
I'm
Where's the
sorry, one
spoons?
They're in the plastic ones over there.
Oh, and these
Thank you.
things? Okay, so I'm grabbing a spoon. Hey, CK, is this our fun show? Okay. I always feed CK. Everybody knows that I got his back.
Yeah.
Okay, he has to listen to me yap for an hour. So, you guys can pause me. He cannot. Okay, I'm just going to take a spoonful of this pulled corned beef and onions. Are we close to lunchtime? Yeah, it's close to. It's always lunchtime for me. I'll always eat meat. Okay, bracha tzadahem echalam shakon v'ra.
Amen.
And it stays there for a
How-
while.
how is
It's
that?
good. It's got.
Thank you.
It continues to.
That is the sickest.
Thank you.
Continues.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's the word.
And we don't only use our corned beef was our signature from the original $100 burger, but we every once in a while use different things. We sometimes use smoked pulled beef belly as the topping. We get creative.
I love that you put coleslaw on it. I'm a big coleslaw fan. I never liked sauerkraut.
Right. Oh, I like sauerkraut.
Hot dogs
Nobody-
with coleslaw on
yeah.
it.
This is right, amazing.
Very good.
I haven't tried the coleslaw yet. I'm gonna changing forks, and now I'm gonna try the coleslaw. That's Hadzama, right? I made shahako before.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Give me another fork or something.
You got it.
Mark, just pull up a fork and we'll just eat right off the grill. All right, Ilan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, we're gonna come out and talk to Ilan in about 2.
I'll come behind.
Do you want to come behind? We can put Ilan in here.
Yeah. And
Ilan, this is going to be awesome. Oh my God. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go. We're going to
get a
the first
picture
of
$100
the
burger.
ZK.
This is for you.
I need to wash.
Oh,
Come
we
on
won't
in.
fit
Come on in. This
I gotta go outside. I gotta go inside.
Come on.
Nice and warm.
Can I just say my feet are warming up nicely? It's a fabulous day. There's always warmth on the Lower East Side.
I heard you talking about the rolls before.
Yes, so we right now use we're a few our kitchen is a few blocks away from Strauss's Wholesale. So we were working with them, and they were just coming out with a really great. That's our spicy avocado sauce, by the way.
Okay.
They started making this brioche style, very fluffy, extra large burger bun.
Right.
And it just holds everything so well.
I was
really
going to
is
say
good.
the easiest way to ruin a good burger is with a poor roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that is the worst. You can.
People don't know, realize how.
Wait. The worst thing ever is when you get a sandwich and you wait more than 5 minutes to eat it. You have to eat it right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes.
yeah.
Who's eating this one?
I mean, it could be you. It could be.
I'm going to be eating one. All right. I actually want to start grilling things over. Can I have a job here one day a week?
Once a week.
I'll come here and we'll hang out. We'll go to
Labor, by the way. Everyone loves doing
Let's
it.
make.
Yeah,
at least
I'll
a
do
few
it.
that
Did
are
you
like
say I
that.
made
Give me
burgers at Crisp?
Love grilling. So everybody.
Okay, so the first burger, if anybody wants a burger, it was just
Give
made
it away
now.
so fast.
No, wait, Mark wants to eat it.
Right?
Is this ready for sale?
Give it out.
Okay, but it's going to get soggy. Okay, no, they make a fresh one up.
I know, I'm joking.
This is
Okay, how much is this? I'm selling my first burger.
16.
16?
You need give him
There
a
you
box.
go.
He needs
Hold
a
on,
box.
where's the?
He needs a box. How do we do this?
They're in the corner.
I've now got a job.
This is why I should have been.
Svi, I got a job.
Don't forget the tip.
Here. Okay, there you go. I think I have to give you change.
Here.
Here.
Only
give
the
you
Jewish
change.
$100
I'm at a
burger would be
sale
$16.
today. Okay, lots of people here on the Lower East Side. Come on down to Grand Street. Well, we are filming here on Wednesday morning, but you are going to be watching this on Friday, so we had a great time with everyone coming down here. So even though I said come on down, it's already been. But always come on down to Judd. Judd, how do we find you?
You just look us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Judd's Memphis, JUDDS
2 Ds.
MEMPHIS, Judd's at Judd's Memphis, or at Judd's Holy Rollers, which is the cart's Instagram. But both of them, as well as Elon's page and all the foodie groups, we tend to put our locations out there as soon as we know them. We want it to be a little bit spontaneous so people can, try to get us to come to where they are and we move
Okay,
around.
excellent. Let's cut this up because I'm going to talk to Ilan. We have so much to talk about.
This is our oyster steak from before. We don't sell this on the cart yet, but we're going to just give out some samples. To everybody.
Okay, we can eat meat, right, Ilan?
So
Oh,
Look at that.
divine.
Get a picture of that,
Divine.
ZK.
I'm just going to move that with my hand. I'm going to
go.
lick my fingers. That looks fantastic.
What kind
How
of knife are you using? That's the
juicy.
hardest part.
Look at you.
Knife.
it's an IKEA knife, by the way.
Really?
Wow.
Swiss. Why are they Swiss or something? Danish,
Denmark,
Denmark?
yeah.
Okay.
So first of all,
Okay.
take a little bit.
I'm going to... Okay, don't grab off a knife, everyone. This is a stuntman show. Okay, professionals only. Okay,
know
the
what you
steak.
think.
I'll have the last.
Oh, come. And ZK needs, my man.
Right here.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. What do you think?
That is amazing. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah? Okay. Elan, let's go to the table.
let's go.
Let's
All right.
schmooze.
We'll meet you back soon.
You're going to come back?
I'll come right back.
Can you bring me a sandwich?
You will-
I'll give you my order and you tell me one. Maybe a
got
little
it.
chili,
I'm gonna set
coleslaw.
you up nice.
All right, ZK, follow me. We are going back to the hi guys. We're going back to the
Take the
table.
sausage with you.
Okay. We want some
I wanted a
coleslaw
plain
and some chili.
sauce. Yeah, we'll bring it up.
Okay, all right.
we'll get you
Let's go.
going.
Hey, everyone. Good. How are you? So nice to see everyone right here on the Lower East Side.
Yes, we are. Give me
You know,
one
as I
sec.
mentioned
He's gonna-
before, I was I lived
and-
here.
and
I was
you-
a teacher in
you wanted to
MTJ.
pay, right?
You know, I used to teach, right?
Where's the?
So I'm at my degrees.
That's fine.
I did. I have a degree in early childhood education from Truro College, and I taught when I lived here.
Sure.
I learned to talk. Well, you know, a teacher, you're
Yeah.
getting up in front of an audience every day,
Thank you
and
for
that
being patient.
audience
I
cannot
appreciate
leave. So I honed my skills, and look, my audience came back.
Can't leave.
So they couldn't leave, so I get to practice on these little MTJ boys who have now grown up into amazing young men. Okay.
By the way, could we just stop 1 second?
Yeah,
to get
sure.
a dream come true here, because two of my favorite internet stars here.
Oh.
I can't.
Who's that?
The two of you, but you have to. I can't.
Yeah, Jamie has to take the photo.
No, just get.
So, okay,
I
I'm
gotta
up.
get a selfie with Elon. I gotta.
I'm opening up the hot dog so everyone can see what's
go.
going
Here we
on.
go. Turn around.
Okay,
There we go.
apparently
He's
on
an
air we're
expert.
taking a selfie.
I'm not a selfie
because
expert.
Oh, nor do I.
You gotta do it on the air.
I
There
think
we
you
go.
need to be like
No.
16.
You're not in. There you are.
Okay, that's too close. Maybe just give Yoni the camera.
Okay.
Camera.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's talk,
we gotta get
Elon. Talk to
utensils.
us about the rising food truck
Okay.
industry. That's yours.
So I think the first time I noticed food trucks was I was in Manhattan, working in Manhattan. I also had a little bit of a career before all this.
Right.
I was working with media. I was on 55th and 6th. The first food truck
that's not too far from my husband's office.
was
Yeah.
Moishi's Falafel.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's one of the best falafel you'll ever have.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never had it.
You gotta try
And
it.
I love food trucks.
It's on, 50, no, it's on 45th. I had to
Okay.
walk on
Okay.
45th and 6th, and they have
Right
lines.
in the heart of the Diamond District.
There were lines, 20, 30 people out.
Let's meet there one day. And
Okay, and a lot of non-Jewish people loved it. So that was kind of the first food truck. And then you had other food trucks kind of line up behind them. There was a Grill Express one also. I don't even know if it's still there.
No, I don't think it's.
And you have a couple of pop-ups that have been, downtown. You had that Shuka truck.
Yeah, they didn't. That lasted
Yeah.
about a year, but they won awards. They were
Yeah.
awesome. They went back to Israel, but they had a lot of trouble.
I know.
They got broken into and
Yeah.
robbed and.
You had like a schnitzel, right? Yeah, schnitzi
that still
is
going?
around. That's also. You have a couple of food trucks. You had like a slide walk guy that was doing a private. I don't even know I think he sold it. You have some Juice by Julia. I know that that
Juice
might.
by Julie. Yeah, that's very popular. It's the opposite of a hot dog. You can go
Right.
there and get a kale drink.
That's that. You got to balance.
At Judd's, you have your hot dog,
have
but
to
you can wash
balance
it down.
out.
You can wash it down.
Wash
with
it
the
down. I would love to have like a kosher food truck aisle. We were talking.
We do that?
I do, but I'm gonna want to eat on camera right
He's
now.
talking. We're used to this.
I know.
Okay.
But as we mentioned before, when we were, working in Manhattan, traveling, and you see all these food trucks and the smell, and you just loved it, and you couldn't eat it. So finally, here we've come a long way. We've come, years where you can kind of have. Look at this. You guys see this? People lining up over here. I love this. Is awesome. This is
food. Every week we're going to have this.
all
guys.
of us are shopping knockers because when I started this like 15 years ago and all that, nothing you could ever dream about happening like this.
Nah.
So the fact that you can have this and we can have social media, letting people know about it, and look at all the burgers that are lined up over
A
here.
lot of those food trucks wouldn't survive without Facebook
Right.
and Twitter.
No.
Especially
Where we are
because
now.
you're right. You need to know exactly timing. You need to know where they're going to be, what time, where they're going next. So you need that immediate. So the fact that you have Twitter, you have Facebook and Instagram to let people know, you wouldn't be able. That's why
Make
it's
sure you
surviving.
follow Elan. Join Elan's group. Great Kosher Restaurant Foodies. Nearly 30,000.
Almost 30,000.
Like number 5.
Almost,
five
yeah.
or six person.
Yeah,
to join
from
that
the very
group. It's
beginning. Only
crazy.
2 years. It's crazy.
It's insane. We have, and you can follow Jard's at Memphis Kitchen, Naomi Nachman, Nachum Siegel Network, of course, and of course our sponsors, Marzipan Bakery.
Very nice. A lot of fun.
Okay, so how many food trucks are there?
I say about 7 or 8. There's one in Florida, Schnitz and Fritz. Also,
Oh, really? They used to have the Grill on Wheels in
Yes.
Orlando. I was
Yes.
obsessed with them.
right.
I went there
And then
every
he
day
turned
when
into
we were
a
there.
restaurant.
It's now a restaurant. You know,
Right.
I said to him, why? He
What'd
goes,
he say?
he's Israeli, right?
Yeah.
Love him to pieces. He goes, I could not stand in the hot truck every day. So hot.
In Orlando, you
So
can
hot,
imagine.
right? And a truck in 110
Yeah, yeah.
degrees.
People don't realize.
And then it rains.
I'll tell you what my favorite was Kogelman's. It was
What?
a Frank place in a gas station. That to me was if there's
What?
food in a gas
They
station.
have gas
That's
stations also.
actually so popular. Food in gas
Right.
stations. I was in Lakewood with Miriam
Right.
Pascal when I was preparing for the book. She's my photographer. And we would go to visit all these different restaurants. And some of the really good restaurants were in gas stations.
Yeah. In Israel also.
In Israel. Some
also,
of the best restaurants in
falafel,
Israel.
you have in Muncie, you have a 7-Eleven. That's kosher.
Right. Yeah, there's another one on some random highway also. We're driving.
In Monroe.
In Monroe.
Right.
On the way
Yeah.
to make it. It's crazy.
Yeah, in
it's
Monroe.
like a gas station that has
Yeah.
gefilte fish. It's Potato kugel, chocolate, amazing, all sold at
this
the
whole
gas
thing
station.
about food trucks and eating.
Oh, Mark's feeding me. Thanks, mate.
And this is kind of what we all yearned for when we, growing up, couldn't eat, all these in 7-Eleven, the hot dogs. You see the roller. Now you can eat it.
By the way, my bigger of all my entire life not eating kosher food, my biggest Yetzer Hara is always the Frank's on the corner. The dirty water hot dogs. Every time I pass, I want one.
Can I tell you the craziest story? So when I was living here on the Lower East Side, I had friends from Australia come and visit me. It was an older friend, like one of my mum's friends, and her 2 young kids. And they said, Naomi, we love the hot dog stands everywhere that they're kosher. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, I'm sorry.
I know, like Hebrew
They're
National.
not kosher, but
like,
when you come from Australia and you see
Right,
the
you
word
see-
kosher, you just think it's kosher.
Right.
So you have to
Yeah, you
always
gotta be careful.
And I say this to everyone all the time. I get a lot of questions from my Insta stories. Everyone, please check out your own hechshers. Did I say that
Your
right?
local Orthodox rabbi,
Ask,
they
check
say.
who you want. If you're Chalav Yisrael, ask first. Zach the baker just switched to be not Chalav Yisrael.
Right.
So if you, whatever you want to do, whichever way you want to serve Hashem, that's great. But you have to do your own legwork, right?
And this is kosher for the most religious. Everything is under supervision.
Under Rabbi Beck, right?
Under Rabbi
and
Beck,
he had the
Shmuel Rabbi
kosher
Beck.
delight in
Yes.
on Avenue J, I believe.
Yeah. He's done a couple of different. He's in Okidia and Borough Park. ShopRite.
ShopRite. So
So he's well known and.
excellent. So people should just follow along. Can we just go back in time? How was Pesach?
Pesach is great.
Wish we were there now.
Cancun. You're in Florida, but we love New York. There's something about the grittiness of New York.
I love
coming
New York.
out here, and thank God. By the way, it stopped raining, so the sun is
The
peeking
lines
out.
are huge here on Wednesday morning lunchtime.
But I'm happy to be back. But it was a lot of work. You gotta play hard, work hard. So
Yeah,
it was on the
that's our
beach,
motto.
in the pool. But making sure all of our guests were happy, and thank God everyone came home happy. And
I'm already thinking next year's programs already. We don't ever stop. We don't. Singapore.
Shavuos,
I am so excited about that.
That's very cool.
I happen to know a lot of age.
2-hour flight.
I know. Listen, I'm from Australia. Nothing's as far
Right,
as
right,
Australia.
right,
My mother goes, "Oh, you'll be so close. Why don't you come and visit?" I said,
Have them come visit.
"Yeah, I know. It's halfway."
Oh.
But I happen to know a lot of Vietnamese cooking and Thai cooking because it's actually near Australia, and a lot of the food is in Australia is influenced by the region around you. So in New York, what's influenced around us is Memphis cooking. In Australia, it's because
Very
there's not much surrounding. Is Thai and Asian cooking. So I'm very excited about that. But we've had an amazing show here today. Let's bring Joe back. I've got a bunch of questions for you. Okay, you ready? I'm going to shoot out a bunch of questions, and you're going to. Okay, what is your busiest location?
Our busiest location is a combination of the 5 towns whenever we do something over there to, I would say, the Diamond District,
Diamond
our
District.
Tuesday
That's
location.
where
That's where all the Jews are.
Okay. What's the craziest weather you've had? Like when? Like have you done it when the snow
we
is
have
up
guys.
to your pulpix?
We never really did it with the snow so far, but even as last night when it was like really heavy, we were on Main and Jewel in Queens, and
Under a tent?
No, we didn't have a tent, but I just told them, I tell the guys, I'm like, if there's not a crazy line, just wrap it up. Just don't have to brave the weather because most people are not going to come out anyways when the weather's like that, and yeah.
How do you pick a location?
We get requests every single day via email, Facebook, everything. Please come here. Please come to this college. Please come to this show, this, whatever. We want to accommodate everybody, but we really, really carefully select what we want to do.
Done a survey, I think, on the group once.
We did. That was the first one of the first times where
That was great.
that was the first time we ever really tried to put it out there, and we did it on your site, and we did a poll, and that helped us out. That actually, I think, helped us get exposed to the 5 towns part. That was the first time we did that, and we normally, we want to take everybody into account, every location, and we'll hope to get to everybody. That's what we can help in.
I love that. Do you have like daily specials?
We don't have specials right now. We have a very concise menu of what we do. But as we get new things on the menu, like our fried chicken, like sliced brisket sandwiches, like a few more things that are coming, our sausages that we're going to start making, we want to we'll start having specials, especially when we're near schools and maybe Yeshiva Flatbush or whatever it is. We would say, the kids can get a free drink. If they're coming in, they show their badge or something like that. Like we want to make it as easy to get for people. At the same time, we want everybody to appreciate what we're doing here.
Do we have two?
What's your turnaround time on lunch? So if I'm on 47th Street, and assuming there's a normal line like you see here with 4 or 5 people,
so we're
how
working.
long am I out? And would you take it? You take orders some other way?
So right now we're working on. There is a system that we're like an organized system of just sending an email to us for pre-orders that we're not fully officially putting out there yet, but for when we have huge things, like we did something in Teaneck. Yeah, we went to Teaneck. We did a boutique for B'nai Yeshurun, and
I'm doing a cooking chop competition for them next week.
And the lines were 2.5 hours long.
They all stayed.
We eventually started telling people we took the order, come back later. Yeah.
What I was thinking is, are 2 trucks in the vision?
We're going to have many more trucks, bigger truck of actual food truck with a full kitchen. We're trying to accommodate right now with what we have. Everything is fresh. Every single thing we make is completely fresh and made on the cart. So we ask people to be patient for that. We don't make them stay. We want them to give an order and we'll get them or whatever it is. Any way to make it easier for them. But if you come on a day like this, you'll probably be waiting for a burger or something like that takes a little longer, 10 to 15 minutes or so for your field.
Okay. We only have a few items. Just
exactly. I don't want everybody to get
People
too...
always asking, why don't you pick a menu? That's not the point.
Right.
Exactly.
And
it's not a
people,
restaurant.
If there's problems with washing, bring your own water bottle. You sell water.
We even though we sell the water, because it's a little bit mobile like this, we just literally just open up bottles of water and let people use it. We want people to be able to wash, obviously. So
that's so fun. You can make little Judd benching books in the shape of the hamburger.
This is the first one. There's going to be many ones.
I would wear it with my baseball cap.
You have chairs coming out over here. I didn't watch that show. There was a show on food trucks.
We're gonna customize. This is a prototype. This is the first iteration.
What's it called? Trick it out.
Yeah.
Trick it out.
Yeah.
The thing's coming out over here.
This has been an absolutely fantastic show. I'm putting away my. You had a question there, Mark.
No,
Mark's just checking.
I wanted to make sure that.
Oh yeah, and we have to talk about your live show. You've got live lunch coming up right when people are listening to the show. They should stick around because you've got a live lunch coming up from 1 to 3 on Friday afternoon. So, and then every Friday, is that That's new?
Officially, unofficially, we've been doing it since December.
And people can know they can listen to music right from the end of your show up to Lich Benching,
correct.
Sponsored by Kedem.
And we'll generally curate it and make sure every song that might appear in that week's Parsha is going to be on the show at some level.
Really?
Yeah,
It's the cutest thing ever. Like Parsha desserts. You've got Parsha music.
Correct, but just Shemini Tazria Matzora, not easy.
I should play some music also. Like we should have like some now, like
I'll
some
give
Parsha
you.
music.
That's a good idea.
We'll do a Parsha
We'll
music on our
coordinate.
way
I'll
out.
send you a song.
My people talk to your people.
Just not this week.
That's Jamie.
It's Tazria. You don't want to.
Right. Isn't that
no
what's that
music.
one again about? Yeah. My daughter brings home the Parsha.
Leprosy.
Yeah, leprosy. My daughter will bring home the Parsha sheets. I'll hear about it later on tonight.
Right.
Okay, this has been a great show. I want to thank my amazing guest. Number one, my co-host, Mark Zomick. Thank you for doing this with me.
My pleasure.
2 years. Jamie, you are so patient with me. I really, especially my crazy season, you are the best, really. Jamie Turkel is unbelievable. Just everyone clap your hands while you're cooking for Shabbos. She's embarrassed, I'm sorry. Okay, Ilan Kornblum, thank you for coming down on a crazy day, middle of the afternoon, but it's always, I love hanging out with you. And remember before the foodie group? It was just like you think and now.
All of a sudden,
We're sharing you with everyone. I'm glad
a long way.
I'm glad that your business is booming and we should all continue to have good success in our foodie businesses. And you, Judd, thank you so much for coming down and agreeing to do this. It really, hashkacha pratit.
Thank you.
This food is, that hamburger,
really is good.
I love hamburgers. Whenever there's a choice of barbecue style, first thing I start off with is my hamburger. That's the best hamburger of my life. And you know how serious I am about my meat.
We're going to have that. We're going to do a little private.
As soon as we're done, oh my God, we're going right into
Are you going to
it.
smoke the chicken first? Swirly does a smoked fried chicken.
Yeah.
So we tend we don't smoke this one, but we obviously could. But we're about the taste and the crumb and the
Crunch.
breading and everything is really something that You really can't get.
If you need someone to like taste test our mini line are available, Mark.
We've never heard that before.
Right. Okay, thank you everyone for listening. As you know, we have Mark coming up from 1 to 3. I was going to say 11 to 1. 1 to 3, Mark Domick, and we have music sponsored by our Kerem sponsors right up until Lichtbenching. I usually have this down to a science. Thank you everyone for listening, and our show is sponsored by the amazing Marzipan Bakery. One taste is all it takes. Good Shabbos everyone. Shabbat Shalom.